Welcome. So let's come down to a comfortable seated posture using your mat or if you have a blanket on the floor. And I do recommend using like a folded blanket or towel. I'm using a blanket today, or a small pillow, something like that to put underneath your hips. Now, sitting cross-legged might not be comfortable for you, so it is okay to stretch out your leg or stretch out both legs, or even just to kind of shift or adjust or move a little bit. Okay. All right. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated posture. You can rest your hands either in your lap or on your knees. And then go ahead and close your eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath here. Good. And let's begin by just listening to the sounds in the room. So all of the sounds, the external sounds outside of the room, but also the sound of your breathing. Good. And now notice your posture. Lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the very top of your head. Relax any tension down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax down through the nose and the cheeks, the corners of your mouth, your jaw. Relax down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax through the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen, through the lower back, from your hips, all the way down the legs, through the feet and the toes. And now focus on your breathing. So count to yourself the length of your inhale and count again the length of your exhale. You're starting to even out your breath. So if you inhale to the count of 7, you'll exhale to the count of 7. And let's do that for a few slow, deep breaths. Just checking my microphone. So continue to focus on your breathing. It looks like I'll have to use the internal microphone. My microphone's not working, but hope I'll talk loud enough. So hopefully you can hear me okay. All right. So go ahead and open your eyes for a moment. And let's start with the neck and shoulders. So I'm going to have you bring your chin forward, slowly hang your head down, and just draw your chest up towards your chin. And feel that stretch to the back of your neck down into the shoulders. And then slowly roll your head to one side. The face is forward. It's raining outside here. I hope you can hear me. Roll your head around to the back. Let your head go back. And now over to the other side. Good. And let your head come back down to the front. And we'll do our circles now. So you're going to inhale as you roll your head around to the back.
And then exhale, slowly bring your head back down to the front. So let's do 3 circles to each side. Just follow your breath. And when you are done with your neck rolls, just let your head hang down. And then clasp your hands together and lay them gently on the back of your head. So you're adding a little more weight to the stretch, and just hold for a moment. And then bring your head back up to center. Let's put one hand on the head. The other one can just rest on your leg. And gently draw the ear toward the shoulder and hold. And then bring your head to center. Let's do the other side. Good. And let your head come back to center. All right, let's turn the head gently from side to side, looking back and forth. So you're just twisting the neck, not the shoulder. And let your head come right back to center. Okay, arms by the sides. Inhale, reach out and up. Nice deep stretch. Clasp your hands together. Let the palms reach up. Exhale, lean to one side. And inhale as you come up and exhale over. And again, if you're not comfortable sitting cross-legged, it is okay to have your legs stretched out. So inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale to center, exhale over. Good, and bring yourself back to center and draw back slightly with the arms. Let's let the fingertips touch. Inhale. As you exhale, let the arms come out and down. You're going to clasp the hands now behind your back and gently roll the shoulders back. Stretch. Good, and relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Let your fingertips touch the shoulders. Let's make some nice big circles. In and back and around. And change direction. Good. And relax. Go ahead and let your arms come down. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Just kind of rock the feet in and out a few times. Relax those legs. Good. If you're sitting on your blanket or pillow, you can just kind of scoot that to the side. Let's do a seated posture for the hips. And then we'll move into our onto the hands and knees. Okay, so we're going to start with your feet apart, about a foot apart. Knees slightly bent, and just sit up nice and tall and just lean forward. Okay, you're going to start to feel that stretch through your hips and lower back, and you can rest your arms on your legs if you like to add a little weight to that stretch, and just hold. And breathe. Nice, slow, deep breath. Good. Bring your chest up. Go ahead and stretch those legs out. Let's do another stretch. So you can do either side to start. I want you to take one heel and tuck it in. Have the other foot out in front. And you can line your heels up. Okay, my feet are about a foot apart, so I have some space. So sit up nice and tall And then inhale, as you exhale, just lean forward into the stretch. Good, and this is a good opportunity to focus on your breath. So inhale and exhale deeply. And relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Let's switch those legs around. Tuck the other heel in. Have the other foot out in front. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward. We are just starting to warm up, so your hips might feel a little tight. That's okay. Just try to relax with your breath, with each exhale, going just a little bit deeper into the stretch. Good. And then bring yourself back up and go ahead and stretch those legs out. Rock your feet in, side to side. Good. Okay. I'm going to have you bend your knees, feet about hip distance or maybe a little bit wider. And you're just going to put your hands behind you. Okay. So I'm just kind of leaning on my hand like this. And I'm going to have you lean your legs or let them fall to one side and then over to the other. Back and forth. So it's a nice, easy stretch for your hips. And might get into your lower back a little bit. Good. And back to center and go ahead and stretch your legs out. Okay. So let's come over onto our hands and knees. And we'll loosen up the back some more with the cat and dog tail stretching. So in any posture where we're on the hands, I want your fingers spread wide, nice and wide. Your middle finger should always point straight ahead. And this way you're not twisting the wrists, if that makes sense. Okay. Middle finger points straight ahead. So tuck your chin in, exhale. And round your back and shoulders and stretch. And then arch your back, look up and inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Just move at your own pace. Follow the breath. Inhale as you look up. And arch your back. Exhale as you tuck the chin in. Round the back and shoulder. Good. With your next exhale, let's bring the hips back toward the heel, forehead to the mat. Reach forward with your arms and stretch. Good. Let's come up onto the hands and knees, and we're going to press back into the downward facing dog. So you want to let those toes curl under. You're going to lift your hips. Keep your knees slightly bent. They're soft. You're not locking the knees. And then press your chest back towards your legs. And we'll add the runner stretch where you bend one knee, push the opposite heel down to your mat. Alternate those legs back and forth. Nice strong hands pressing into the mat. Good. Let the shoulders come forward, knees touch down to the mat, and you're going to bring your hips right back to your heels. And it's okay if the hips don't come all the way down to the heels. That's fine. And you can rock your hips a little bit from side to side and relax your back. Good. And then let's do that again. Come up onto the hands and knees, curl those toes under, lift and stretch. And hold. And breathe. Good. And then bring the shoulders forward, knees come down to your mat. Go ahead and bring your hips back toward the heels and stretch. And we're going to add a little twist here. This is a great posture to get into your lower back. So come up onto the hands and knees. You're going to sit over toward the left heel. And I want you to twist and reach over to the right. And just hold. Go back to focusing on the breath. And 2, 3, 4, and we're back up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over. Sit towards that right heel. Reach over to the left and stretch. And 2, 3, and 4. Good. And we'll come back up onto the hands and knees. Okay. So let's do a little strengthening for our arms, the upper body, but also a nice stretch for our back. So what I'm going to have you do is bring your hips back toward the heels. You're reaching forward in front of you. Okay, this is your half tortoise. Now you're going to come up onto the hands and knees, and I want you to bring your shoulders so they're kind of leaning over the hands. Actually, let me take my baggy shirt off so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So you're coming forward. Now, what I want you to do, you're going to notice that my shoulders are over my hands. You're going to bend your elbows and bring your chest down. And then now you're flat on your belly. And I want you to gently peel that chest up into a cobra. There you go. Press with the hands and bring your hips back towards your heels. So it's kind of like a push-up modified, but it also stretches your back. So let's bring the shoulders forward. And what you want to be careful is if your head is between your hands, when you come down, your elbows go out to the sides. We don't want that. You want your chest to be between the hands. Bend the elbows and come straight down. Okay. Peel up into your cobra. You can take a breath here. Press back, hips to your heels. Okay, now let's tie in the breath. So we're going to inhale and bring the shoulders forward. Exhale as you bend the elbows and come down onto your chest. Inhale as you peel up gently into cobra. Elbows can stay bent. Exhale, press your hips back to your heels. So that's 3. We're going to do 2 more of the sequence. So inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Exhale down. Heel up into cobra. Inhale, exhale, hips back to your heels. Okay, 1 more. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Exhale down. Inhale as you peel up. And then back with the hips to your heels. Good. Open and close your hands, your fists a few times, and relax your wrist and hands. So a little bit of strengthening there. Strengthen that upper body. Good. And you can rock your hips a little bit from side to side. All right, let's come back up onto the hands and knees. So we're going to slide the right knee forward. We're going to work on stretching those hips. Your right heel, turn it in a little bit so it's more towards this left hip bone. Stretch your left leg back. Go ahead and look forward as you inhale. Exhale, come on down. You can rest like this on your elbows, or you can put your forehead down to your forearms. And we're going to hold for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale deeply. All right, bring the chest up. Hands firmly on the mat. Let's step it back into the downward dog and stretch. All right, and you're going to bring your shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. Let's slide the left knee forward. So bring that left knee up, turn the heel in, stretch your right leg back. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you come on down. And again, you can rest on your forearms or you can come down with the forehead to your arms, whatever feels comfortable for you. Take a deep breath here. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good. And then bring your chest up, hands on the mat. Go ahead and take your foot back and your back into that downward dog and stretch. And then shoulders come forward, knees touch down to the mat. And one more time, let's relax into the half tortoise. And again, you can open and close your hands, your fists a few times. Good. All right, go ahead and come up into a kneeling posture. So we did a lot with the upper body. We're going to stretch now. We'll come to a standing posture. So let's curl the toes under. You're going to sit back on your heels for a moment and stretch your feet. And then from here, let's go ahead and come on up right into a standing posture. So bring yourself up. Adjust this a little bit. All right. Okay. So in this standing posture, let's start with either the toes touching the feet together, or you could be just a couple of inches apart, right? Whatever feels comfortable for you. And then arms slightly out to the side. Inhale, reach out and up. Move up a little bit. You're going to stretch. And then just lean to one side. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Inhale as you exhale, fold down into your front bend. Bring the hands onto the legs, draw the chest forward and inhale. And then exhale as you fold. Reach and come on up. And then back to the heart. Inhale and stretch. And exhale as you fold. So we're just going to move through this little sequence following your breath. Put the hands on the front of your legs, draw your chest forward and breathe in. And then as you exhale, fold back to a front bend. And then reach and come on up. It does not matter if you can touch the floor. All that matters is that you're breathing and stretching, and you're going to see that your body's going to warm up. Inhale as you reach up, exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, inhale. You're coming up halfway, exhale as you fold. Reach and come up. And this little sequence is going to help you to stretch, right? And open up, go a little deeper. So inhale, reach up. And exhale. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale. And reach. Back to the heart. Inhale and exhale, and just move at your own pace. Okay, we're going to do one more. And inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward. And reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Good, and just pause for a moment. Good, and relax. All right. Okay, let's do some balance today. We'll work on our balancing pose. So we're going to start with the tree posture. We'll do the tree pose today. So let's start with the feet about hip distance, hands on the hips for balance. So the key to balance is finding something to focus on and just sort of allowing your gaze to relax and allowing your breath to deepen. So with this posture, your hips will be forward and you're going to turn the knee to the side. You can do either leg. You can start on either leg. So either the toes will touch the floor, or you could bring your foot above the ankle, or you can draw that foot up above the knee. Okay, don't use the knee as a ledge. Let your foot be below or above the knee. Find something to focus on. And then when you feel like you've got some balance, oof, I think I'm going to have to go lower today. There you go. You can bring your hands right to your heart center. Good, and relax. And go ahead and let yourself come down. We're going to switch to the other side. Hips are forward, knee to the side. Again, you can do toes on the mat, foot above the ankle or foot above the knee, whatever you prefer. Relax your gaze. Allow your breath to slow down and deepen. And relax. All right, feet about hip distance. Let's hang down into the front bend. And you can just sway gently from side to side. Relax all that tension down the spine. Drawing the head towards the floor. Let's come down to our squat. So you're going to reach to the floor in front of you, bend your knees, and let yourself come down into a squat. Let's put the hands flat on the mat. Let me see if I move back a little bit, see if you can see. Okay, so hands are on the mat. Your elbows are inside of the legs. I just want you to lean forward onto the hands and then gently back. This is called the crow pose. So your elbows are pushing into your legs. It helps to open up the hips. It's also a good kind of strengthening pose. Here we go. One more time. Good. All right, from here, you can come on down. So go ahead and put your knees down to the mat and then come right onto your seat. So we're going to do a seated posture and we'll do some floor exercises. There you go. Okay. Okay. So in the floor exercises, let's start with our cradle pose. So we're going to place that foot into your hand or into your elbow. So one foot into the opposite hand or elbow. Wrap the other arm around, sit up nice and tall, and just gently rock your hip from side to side. Good, and we're going to stop that rocky movement and pull that leg in, just hug it towards you and hold. And then let's place the foot across the upper thigh like this. You can put your hand on your knee and then just a gentle rocking or bouncing movement. Just kind of loosening up that hip. Okay, now we're going to stop this rocking movement and I want you to take that knee, cross it over the straight one like this, and we're just going to lean forward. And breathe. Good, and bring your chest up and undo the legs. Let's do the other side. So we're gonna wrap that arm or foot into your arm, sit up nice and tall, and just start rocking that leg from side to side. So your foot can be in your hand or in your elbow. Back and forth. Good. Stop the rocking. Place the foot now right across your upper thigh. Go ahead and bounce the knee. And let's stop that rocking movement. Place the foot now over your leg and gently lean forward and hold. And breathe. Good. And then bring yourself up and undo those legs and rock your feet in and out. Okay. Tuck one heel in, open the other leg out to the side like this. You can do either side. Okay. One heel tucked in, other leg out to the side. Okay. You have a bent leg. I want you to take the opposite hand, the hand that's opposite of the bent leg, and reach over and hold on to the outside of your thigh. Inhale as you reach up, and as you exhale, stretch out. It's like you're stretching for the wall. And by reaching over with the opposite hand, it keeps your chest facing forward. And 2, 3, and 4. And turn that palm up. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, let your arm come down. Let's switch. So tuck the heel in. Have your leg out to the side. You're going to reach over to the bent leg. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you stretch out. And breathe. 2, 3, and 4. And inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. All right, we're going to switch the legs back around. So tuck the opposite heel in. Leg is out. Now this time, I want you to turn so your chest is facing the leg and put your hands one on either side. Okay. So let's take this inside hand, the right hand, and I want you to reach it to the outside of your calf. Some of you might reach for the foot. So 2 variations. The opposite hand, it's out behind you. It's like helping you twist. Does that make sense? You can kind of see what I'm doing with my chest. And then I want you to fold. Just bend forward. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale deeply. And imagine with each exhale, you go just a little deeper into that pose. It's like your body is slowly stretching. And you go a little further. Breathe. Good. And then inhale, bring your chest up and untwist. And we're going to switch over to the other side. So tuck your heel in. You're going to turn so that your chest is facing your foot. One hand on either side, just like this. Take the inside hand, reach it to the outside of your leg or foot. Use your outside hand to help you twist, and then fold. So feel this all the way up your leg. You might feel it in your lower back, and breathe. 2, 3, and 4. Good. And bring your chest up and untwist. And now let's open both legs out. Now with this posture, if you find yourself sort of falling back a little bit, just use your folded blanket or towel. Put that underneath your hips so you sit up a little bit. It'll make it easier to sit up with a nice straight back. And then I want you to fold. And then you can move a little bit from leg to leg, side to side as you stretch from one side to the other. Go back and forth. Good. And let's bring ourselves back to center. Okay, and bring yourself up, and let's draw the soles of the feet in. Bounce the knees a few times. Good, and now we're going to lean forward into the butterfly pose. So similar to the posture we did at the beginning of class, you can rest your arms on your legs if you want to add to the stretch, or gently press down. And you're not trying to get your head down, you're trying to bring the chest forward. That's where you're going to feel the stretch. And breathe. Good, and then bring your chest up. Let's help those knees in. Stretch your legs out. Rock those feet in and out. Good. All right, let's come down onto our backs. So if you're on a hard surface, go ahead and use your blanket underneath your back, okay, to make it comfortable. When you come down onto your back, you want to bend your knees and draw your knees in and roll yourself down. So go ahead and come on down. Just have to grab my phone to see what time it is. Good. All right. So when you come on down onto your back and draw those knees in, let's either clasp the hands across your knees or just hold on to each of your knees and rock a little bit from side to side. Inhale and exhale deeply. And let's make a circle with the knees. So you hug them in and roll them away from you. And just try to relax all that tension down your spine. Good, and let's change direction. Good. Place the feet down on the mat and open your feet nice and wide. So 1 foot to either edge of your mat, and just drop that right knee down towards your left foot. And bring that knee back up. Drop your left knee down towards your right foot. And just go back. So you're like dropping the knees in, if that makes sense, inward, back and forth. You're going to feel this all the way up through the stomach area, through the psoas muscle, back and forth. All right, let's come back to center, feet about hip distance, arms rest by your sides. Let's press your back into the mat, press your feet down, raise your hips up into a nice bridge posture, and just hold. Keep those big toes pressed into the mat so your knees point straight ahead. And then inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly. One vertebra at a time. Go ahead and draw your knees back into the chest and relax your back. And again, feet on the mat, hip distance, press your back down, raise your hips up and stretch. And then inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly. And draw those knees back up into your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. Good. All right, let's do our spinal twist. So keep the knees tucked in, open the arms out to your sides, and let's drop those legs to the left. I want them to go all the way to the floor. Let your feet rest on the floor. Turn your head, look out towards your right hand, and you can put your left hand on your leg and gently draw down and just hold. And breathe. Inhale and exhale deeply. You can close your eyes and get comfortable. With each exhale, going a little deeper into that stretch. Good. And then slowly untwist. Let's do the other side. So draw the knees into the chest. You're going to let your legs go to the right. Let your feet rest on the floor. Your left shoulder might come up a little bit. So turn your head, look out towards that left hand. Try to bring the shoulder down. And then you could put your hand on your left leg and gently draw down and just hold. Good. And then slowly untwist. Let's bring those knees back up into your chest one more time. And relax. Stretch the legs all the way down onto the floor. Just rock your feet in and out a few times. Let your feet fall out to the sides. Let the arms rest by your sides. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. And relax now any tension from the top of your head down through your forehead. Relax down through the face. Relax your jaw, the neck and throat and the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips, and back up through the shoulders. Relax your upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen, through the lower back. Relax from your hips all the way down through your feet and toes. And then slowly take a deep breath and start to bring your awareness back, moving your fingers and your toes. And as you start to come out of your relaxation, you can draw those knees back into your chest and relax your back. And then just roll to your side for a moment and just rest for a moment on your side. Mm. All right, and then go ahead and bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. All right, so this concludes the Hatha Yoga, the relaxing exercise and stretching portion of the class. So we'll bring the hands to the heart for a moment. It's always nice to set an intention. So think about how you want to feel today, what intention you'd like to set. So I like to say, I am so happy and grateful that today is very peaceful, that I am peaceful. And then eyes are back open. Namaste. All right. So if you are going about your day, I want to wish you a great day. And if things start to get a little less peaceful, you just focus on your breath. Just take a deep breath. And if you would like to stay, I usually use the last 10 or 15 minutes for some breathing and a relaxation. So pranayama techniques and relaxation, you are welcome to stay. All right. So with that, you guys have a great day. If you are staying to do the seated meditation, you can use a pillow. You can fold up. I usually make mine pretty thick. Fold up a blanket. You could also sit in a chair. But if you sit in a chair, put something underneath your hips so that you're sitting up with a nice straight back. Okay, because you want to be able to take a deep breath. I'm actually going to stop the recording before we do the meditation. This way,